G'day viewers, my name is Michael and welcome back to SingleRacer. And in today's video I want to talk about the fact that if you haven't yet bought this very affordable RSS mod, you could be truly missing out on a true diamond in the rough. But just before we go racing in this brilliant mod, let me try and expand on what I'm trying to say just a little. And that's because I was watching a video from one of my all-time favourite channels, and that's Ferrariman601, where he was doing one of his classic showroom videos, showing off another brilliant RSS car. This one was the Formula RSS 2013 V8. But right at the very start of the video, he talked about how it could actually have been overshadowed because RSS not long after released an even better mod, or arguably better, the modern Formula RSS 2022, probably their best work yet. But herein lies the rub, because I'd already bought the RSS 2013 V8 because it's a car that kind of suits my enjoyment as far as its engine sound, but I also bought a brilliant mod from VRC, the Beamer V12. But yet the car you're seeing here right now, this is the Formula RSS 4. I'd never actually come across, and it was only a chance video that I saw by the brilliant Chris Hay, who was using, it was a discussion video, and he was using a lot of B-roll race footage behind his talking, and I recognised every single car and track except this one, and I asked him what it was, and he said, well, this is the RSS Formula 4. So when I bought the other two mods, I also bought this one, as it was only $1.67 or 68 euro on one of their sales. And so what I want to suggest right now is the amount of joy I had driving this car. I argue my channel is more for beginners and intermediate drivers. I consider myself a sort of high intermediate driver, and you could be missing out if you don't have this mod and are willing to pay a couple of dollars, less than a cup of coffee, when RSS have their usual sales. This is a fantastic car to drive, plus it spits out flames like you wouldn't believe. It looks absolutely tremendous in a full field of cars. And so I guess to sum up, if you follow motorsport in general, you would know that the expert drivers, people like Lewis Hamilton, would all come from these early type lower end cars. So we're talking usually go-karts, but also Formula V or Formula Trainer, as well as our own Aussie cars which feature in Automobilist 2. And so I totally get that the alien drivers among us would consider this car too slow, maybe a bit too boring. But if you're a beginner or intermediate driver that struggles with the more powerful cars, I highly recommend this car, because it is so enjoyable to drive against the AI once you have the AI dialed in. And so now I guess it's time to go racing, and what I'll do is I'll have two replays for you. One showing off the brilliant flames, which got me to ask Chris Hay what car it actually was, and the second one will be a VR cockpit view with commentary, just to round out the video as a whole. So this is Michael signing out for SingleRacer. I'll catch you next time. See you later, and let's go Formula 4 racing. Okay folks, so here we are on Imola in the Formula RSS 4 as we get ready to go, and we're off. And I'm hoping that the cars will have the inside, and I'll try and go around the outside to get as many spots as I can, but already they're spreading out, so they're not giving me much choice. Ooh. Can I squeeze in here? Yes. So that was a bit cheeky. There, I've got to watch him or he's come around on the outside there. I've got to be careful. Oh, look at those flames here. They look tremendous. And one thing I love too is the liveries of these cars. The liveries are really well done for this car, and there's a bit of smoke there. Hopefully no crash. Yep, that's all right, but I gained a spot thanks to that bit of hesitation there, and I nearly rammed him up the backside, so hopefully I can get by him now. And now let's settle down, and there's those flames. They just look tremendous. So I couldn't get over it when I saw it on the Chris Hay video. I just had to ask him what car this was. So we start to settle down now. Now I go up to 6th here. I was struggling with a lot of the gear choices here. Down to 2nd through here. I tried 3rd, but it died too much going up the hill. And I'm still finding my way in the car a little bit. This is the first go I've ever had racing it in earnest. I had a few goes as hot lapping just so I could feel confident enough, but I'm still kind of searching what the best gears are. As we settle down now, the guy behind me's settled down here. So try and be careful through here, down to 2nd. I love this corner, up to 3rd, ride the curb there. This car is so compliant, it's perfect for a beginner or intermediate driver in that it's fairly easy to drive. Doesn't radically wheel spin, as I just check, make sure he's not sneaking up on me as I talk. Look at that beautiful, Imola is such a beautiful track there. So now as I settle down, I've kind of found my groove. Oh, now I'm only making this 3 laps just purely because I haven't got a good PC, and the last 20-minute video took me literally 6 hours to render, so I'm trying to keep it more short. Oh, as we get through here, another fantastic chicane there, down to 2nd. Just ease through this, and this is what I mean. Normally in a more powerful car, if you were a beginner, you'd spin around just trying to apply the accelerator, but this car is so forgiving and just easy to drive relative. You know, you've got to have some driving experience, but it's a great car to drive. So this is the 2nd lap of 3 as I settle down now, and one thing I did want to talk about as I just concentrating getting through there is one thing I used to do in my videos is I used to race do the thing, you know, where I'd set the AI to race from last to first, but I realised over time it's not making me a good driver. So what I've done is I've fine-tuned the AI a little bit in a couple of practice goes where I can't catch them. Now from a viewer point of view, so I just try and get through here. I love this 3rd gear corner, right, this corner. So like I was saying, from a viewer point of view, it might be a little boring if I'm not overtaking people. But the thing is here, as we go for the 3rd and final lap, is I have to race spot on. Like I can't make a mistake or they pull away. But if you watch that car directly in front of me, as I just double check behind me to make sure he's not passing me. See, they're not pulling away, but I'm not overtaking them. So I have to drive at my absolute best, and it is just awesome. So perfect through here, down to 4th, down to 3rd. I can't make a mistake, and I feel now that this makes me a much better driver by the fact that it teaches me how to relax. Just check again, make sure he's not overtaking me, relax and try and drive at my best but have to drive at my best to keep up with them. So apologies if it is a little bit boring. I'm too busy talking too, which doesn't help. But here, so now I'll quieten down a little bit and try and catch him in this last bit of the last lap. But trust me, it might look boring, but this is fantastic fun. It is so good to race these cars with hard AI settings. Okay, let's just try and make these last corners count. I usually catch them coming down this hill. That's it. Down the second. Smooth. Up the third. Can I catch him now? Can I get a good run out of this corner? I might have him. I might look at those flames. This is just fantastic. I highly recommend these cars if you tend to be overlooking them because they're not as powerful as the big boys. This is fantastic, and what a race there. I'll show you the results at the end of the race, but that was absolutely fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too boring, but I highly recommend this car, especially if you're a beginner. So this is Michael signing out for SingleRacer. I'll catch you next time. See you later. And there's my best lap, a 152.37. Okay, see ya.